First up, the 2000 Sacagawea dollar was the U.S. Mint's introduction to a new series of $1 coins, representing the American Indians' role in the nation's history. The coin was designed to honor Sacagawea, a Shoshone woman who, along with her husband Toussaint Charbonneau, assisted explorers Lewis and Clark on their expedition to the Pacific Ocean. Sacagawea became an iconic figure in American history, symbolizing courage, wisdom, and resilience. Initially, the Sacagawea dollar was introduced in 2000 as part of the U.S. Mint's initiative to create a new, more durable dollar coin. The design was a significant departure from the traditional U.S. coins of the time, featuring Sacagawea's profile on the obverse front, and the reverse featured a soaring eagle, symbolizing the freedom and spirit of the American people. However, the coin faced various challenges right from the start. The public didn't embrace the Sacagawea dollar initially, and it was often overshadowed by the already well-established paper dollar. The U.S. Mint faced issues with public acceptance, and the coin was not widely circulated, leading to fewer available in high-quality conditions today. As such, some of these coins, particularly in unique, altered, or special edition forms, have become quite rare and valuable. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar features several distinct design elements. Sacagawea's likeness is sculpted in a realistic and strong manner, reflecting her strength and resilience during the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin's reverse, showcasing a flying eagle, is a powerful symbol of freedom and the American spirit. It's these bold, striking features that caught the eye of collectors, making this coin a strong contender for numismatic value. What truly makes this specific coin stand out, however, is its gold-plated feature. While Sacagawea dollars were originally produced in a brass mixture, some of the coins were specially gold-plated, either as part of limited runs or as private collectors' alterations. The gold-plated Sacagawea dollar 2000 has become a much sought-after variant due to its unique appearance and connection to the history of American numismatics. Now, let's talk about the P mint mark that appears on the coin. This indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, one of the most significant U.S. mint locations. The P mint mark is rare, as most Sacagawea dollars were minted at the Denver Mint, which adds to the coin's collectability. For collectors, finding the P mint mark, especially in a gold-plated variant, is seen as a desirable feature for any collection. In today's market, the value of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar with the P mint mark gold-plated and in dirty condition has garnered significant attention. The value of this coin in particular is driven by its rarity, historical significance, and unique condition. While the Sacagawea dollar is not widely circulated, its gold-plated variant adds a layer of exclusivity, as only a small number of these were ever made, and many were altered post-production by collectors. Coins in dirty condition often don't fetch the highest prices in auctions, but when it comes to the Sacagawea dollar, the historical context and the intriguing nature of the coin, like unusual colorations, plating, or mint marks, can still result in considerable market value. Auction prices for this specific coin have ranged anywhere from $50,000 depending on its provenance, the extent of its condition and demand in the collector community. However, the dirty condition does lower its potential value, as collectors often prefer coins in cleaner states to maintain their aesthetic and historical integrity. Regardless, coins like this are still seen as important in the overall Sacagawea dollar series, making it a key addition to many serious collections. As with most coins in the Sacagawea dollar series, collectors are constantly on the lookout for errors and variations that could increase their value. For example, there are known instances where the Sacagawea dollar had missed strikes, odd finishes, and even mismatched plating, which create desirable error coins. These error coins can go for significant sums in the auction market. Collectors of Sacagawea dollars are often intrigued by how the minting process created unintended mistakes or anomalies, especially when these coins possess special coloring or misaligned designs. Even if the coin is in dirty condition, the error aspect can elevate its status within the collector community. Today, coins like the 2000 Sacagawea dollar in this unique state still have huge collector interest due to the rarity of these error variants and the historical ties to Sacagawea's role in American history. The Kennedy half dollar always comes to mind. It's a coin that was introduced in the early 1960s, in the wake of President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination. The coin's design and its place in history have made it one of the most recognizable and emotionally charged coins in the U.S. minting series. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar was part of the continuation of this coin series that started in 1964, when it was first minted following President Kennedy's assassination. At first, the coin was struck in 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices, the U.S. government switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition for most half dollars in 1971. However, for collectors, the silver content of the coin continued to hold strong value. By 1971, the Kennedy half dollar had become a symbol of both the United States' national mourning and its ongoing commitment to honoring the late president. This coin, featuring a prominent profile of President Kennedy on the obverse, was part of a broader effort to create a lasting tribute to the 35th President of the United States. The coin also showcases the legendary Franklin Mint design team led by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse side features the iconic heraldic eagle, symbolizing the strength and unity of the country. The 1971 silver Kennedy half dollar was produced with a large date, distinguishing it from the other years in which smaller dates were used. This design feature is one of the reasons why the 1971 large date version is so highly valued by collectors today. While the mintage of this coin was quite large, this version, in particular, stands out due to its relatively lower availability in excellent condition. Many of the coins that entered circulation were worn down significantly, which brings us to the key point of its value in the current auction market. As mentioned earlier, the design features of this coin are of paramount importance. The obverse shows a profile of John F. Kennedy, which was based on the famous portrait by sculptor Daniel Chester French. The reverse features the traditional heraldic eagle, which, like the obverse design, was created by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design symbolizes the strength and unity of the U.S., adding to the coin's patriotic and commemorative appeal. The coin itself is composed of 40% silver, making it slightly different from the earlier 90% silver coins. The silver content is an important factor in its value, as collectors and investors alike look to acquire these coins for their precious metal value. In fact, as silver prices fluctuate, the melt value of these coins can sometimes exceed their face value, which makes them a popular choice among investors looking to hedge against inflation. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar was minted in massive quantities, with over 100 million coins produced in total. However, the silver content and the large date version have made the coin more attractive to collectors, driving up its demand. When we look at the current auction market, we can see that the coin's value fluctuates based on its condition. In good condition, the value of this coin typically ranges between $8 to $15. While this may not seem like a huge sum, considering the coin's widespread availability, the rarity and collector interest for coins in better condition can see the price escalate significantly. A coin that is in good condition means there are signs of wear, such as smoothness on the design and slight rounding of the edges. These coins are typically found in circulation or have been in circulation for many years. If we take a closer look at the higher mint conditions such as fine, very fine, or even MS, 65, or higher, the value can rise dramatically, sometimes even exceeding $30,400 in certain cases. Coins in these grades are much rarer, as many of the 1971 coins were heavily circulated. Like many coins, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar can also contain a number of rare errors that increase its value exponentially. Some of the most famous errors for this coin include double-die obverses, where the details on the obverse of the coin appear to be doubled. These errors are highly coveted by collectors because they are extremely rare and add to the coin's historical significance. Any kind of misstrike or defect can send a coin into the category of ultra-rare, and prices can skyrocket. For collectors, finding a 1971 silver Kennedy half dollar in mint condition with a noticeable error can result in a huge profit. This makes the coin highly desirable not just for its historical significance, but also for its potential to hold an error that boosts its worth. Next up, we dive into the 1988 Kennedy half dollar with a P error mint mark. The 1988 issue is particularly interesting due to the error mint mark, which is rare and makes this coin a collector's dream. Let's take a closer look at why this specific coin is so valuable in today's market. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. By 1988, the coin had become a well-established part of American coinage, continuing to be used for both regular circulation and collectors. The 1988 coin was part of the regular minting process, struck at both the Philadelphia Mint, designated with a P mint mark, and the Denver Mint with a D. However, one of the most exciting features about the 1988 Kennedy half dollar is the P error mint mark, which occurred due to a mistake during the minting process. Mint marks are essential to determining where the coin was struck, and for the 1988 series, coins minted in Philadelphia should have had no mint mark at all. But a few coins were mistakenly stamped with a P mint mark, a rare error that makes them particularly sought after by collectors. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar with the P error is relatively rare in terms of the total number of coins produced. This error occurred during a time when the United States Mint was still working to keep up with the high demand for coinage. As a result, even though the 1988 series had a high mintage, only a small portion of these coins were affected by the P error, making them extremely valuable today. In fine condition, these coins can be worth anywhere from $50,000 or more, depending on the exact grade, with coins in better condition fetching even higher prices. It's important to note that the rarity of the error and the demand for Kennedy half dollars have made the 1988 P mint error a sought-after coin among collectors. The design of the 1988 coin remains the same as earlier issues. The obverse of the coin still features President John F. Kennedy with the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year of mintage, 1988. The reverse features the presidential seal, showcasing an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, with the words, "United States of America" and half dollar. However, what truly distinguishes this coin from others is the P error mint mark, which was accidentally struck on coins that were supposed to have no mint mark at all. The P mint mark is typically associated with coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and in this case, its presence makes this coin rare and valuable. Error coins are one of the most fascinating areas of numismatics. The 1988 P error, Kennedy half dollar, is considered one of the most desirable error coins due to its rarity. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these types of coins for their unique qualities, and this coin's market value has seen an increase in recent years. Auction prices for 1988. Kennedy half dollar P error coins are increasing, especially among those who specialize in rare mint errors. In addition to the error mark itself, coins that are in fine condition are more valuable because they represent a higher grade of preservation, which is crucial for collectors seeking to add rare, pristine pieces to their collections. Next coin is a rare gem in the world of Sacagawea dollar variants. The Sacagawea 1621 Wampanoag Treaty $1 was minted to commemorate the Wampanoag tribe and their pivotal role in the 1621 treaty with the Pilgrims at Plymouth, Massachusetts. The Wampanoag people were instrumental in helping the early settlers survive in the New World, and their contributions are honored through this limited edition Sacagawea dollar. The coin was designed to mark the 400th anniversary of the first Thanksgiving in 1621, highlighting the cooperation and peace between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe. The symbolism behind the coin represents a historical moment that helped shape the future of the United States. What makes this coin even more special is its design. The red color on the obverse is an unusual feature that has generated interest among collectors. Typically, Sacagawea dollars come in a yellow brass color, but this red coloration was used to emphasize the Native American heritage the coin aimed to represent. This unique coloring on the obverse side makes this coin stand out from the more common variations. The obverse features Sacagawea, just like the other coins in the series, but here she is positioned with the distinct red coloration that represents the Wampanoag tribe's connection to the coin's historical context. The reverse showcases the symbolism of peace, as Sacagawea's image was paired with a Wampanoag motif that tied the culture of the tribe to the event of the first Thanksgiving. In addition to the red color, another significant design feature of this coin is the rusty reverse condition. The reverse features the traditional flying eagle, but this particular example has developed a rusty appearance due to environmental factors. This rare condition makes the coin even more unique in the eyes of collectors who are eager to find such anomalies. This combination of unique coloration and weathered condition gives this coin a story, and stories tend to make for highly collectible pieces. The Wampanoag Treaty Sacagawea dollar, despite its rusty condition, has shown significant value in today's market. Coins with such distinct features and connections to historical events often garner attention in auctions, and this one is no different. The red coloration and rusty reverse make this piece not only valuable for its historical importance, but also for the rarity of such conditions. Though the coin doesn't feature a mint mark, it's still considered to be a collector's dream due to its historical context and its unique condition. While Sacagawea dollars, in general, might not fetch astronomically high prices, this specific variant has been known to sell for $69,000 at auctions, depending on the level of interest and the extent of its condition. The rusty reverse and red obverse coloration have created a lot of buzz among collectors. The error potential and unique visual aspects are the key drivers of interest in the marketplace. This coin isn't just about the history of Sacagawea or the Wampanoag tribe. It's also about the rarity of finding such an unusual example of this coin type. Collectors are always on the lookout for error coins or coins with irregular features. The rusty appearance is seen as an oddity that could eventually increase the coin's appeal as more collectors seek out unique finds. As such, this piece has an enduring place in the minds of those interested in U.S. history, Native American culture, and error coins. Next up, we have the Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, minted in 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This coin is particularly interesting because, unlike other Kennedy half dollars, it was designed with a unique reverse to mark the country's bicentennial. The Bicentennial of 1776 was an event of great national pride and significance, and the U.S. Mint wanted to create a coin that would commemorate this momentous occasion. The Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar features a special reverse design, a colonial drummer, symbolizing the patriotic spirit of the time, and a 1776 to 1976 inscription marking the 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Unlike other years, this coin was produced in a special bicentennial series, which included not only the half dollar, but also the quarter and dollar coins. The reverse design was selected after a public competition and became iconic, capturing the essence of America's founding era. The obverse of the coin retained the familiar portrait of President Kennedy, unchanged from earlier issues. On the obverse of the 1976 Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, we find the classic portrait of John F. Kennedy by Gilroy Roberts, but the reverse is where the significant change is found. The reverse of this coin features a drum, along with the inscription 1776 to 1976, celebrating the nation's independence and the legacy of the Revolution. The design was created by Jack L. R., a member of the U.S. Mint's design team. The coin was minted in 40% silver, similar to the 1971 coin, making it part of the limited run of silver coins issued for this important national celebration. The silver content is what continues to make these coins desirable among collectors, along with the unique bicentennial reverse design. The Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar was minted in large quantities with more than 177 million coins produced. However, the limited supply of coins in high grades and the special reverse design have made this coin extremely desirable, especially among those looking to celebrate the nation's historical milestones. In fine condition, this coin is typically worth between $28,300 depending on the market at the time. Much like the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, the value of the bicentennial Kennedy half dollar increases when the coin is found in better grades. For coins in extra fine or uncirculated condition, collectors may pay upwards of $30,500. There are a few known error types for this coin, including double die obverses or reverse, which can significantly increase its value. Some other minor errors, such as poor strikes, can also make the coin more valuable to collectors. These types of errors are much rarer, but are especially sought after by collectors who are looking for a unique addition to their collection. The Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar holds a special place in American numismatic history due to its dual significance. It commemorates both the legacy of President Kennedy and the United States bicentennial celebration. Coins in fine or better condition can fetch significant amounts at auction, especially if they feature any noteworthy errors or were kept in pristine condition. Next up, the George Washington $1 coin, issued in 2007, is part of the Presidential Dollar Coin series, which sought to honor each U.S. president in the order of their presidency. George Washington, as the first president of the United States, was the natural first figure to be featured in this series. The coin is part of a larger effort by the U.S. Mint to introduce $1 coins into circulation, a process that started in 2007 with Washington and continued with a new president each year. These coins are not only a tribute to Washington's role in American history, but also serve as a way to celebrate the milestones of the U.S. presidency. The 2007 Washington dollar features a detailed portrait of George Washington, based on the iconic Gilbert Stuart portrait, which is commonly associated with Washington's visage. The reverse side of the coin displays an eagle in flight, symbolizing the power and liberty associated with the United States. In addition to the standard circulating coins, the U.S. Mint issued a special series of gold-plated versions of these coins. These coins were never intended for general circulation, making them a unique and collectible item for numismatists. Gold-plated versions were made available to collectors, adding an extra layer of intrigue and rarity to the series. The George Washington Presidential Dollar Coin was designed by engraver Don Everhart. The obverse front of the coin depicts Washington's portrait in profile, surrounded by the inscriptions George Washington, First President, and the years of his presidency 1789 to 1797. This design honors Washington's legacy as the first president and the father of the nation. The reverse of the coin features an eagle in flight with its wings outstretched. The eagle represents the strength and freedom of the United States, with the inscription, United States of America, and $1 above the bird. The gold plating of these coins gives them an extra shine and adds to their aesthetic appeal. This gold-plated finish makes them stand out compared to regular coins, and it's one of the key reasons collectors are so eager to add these pieces to their collections. The 2007 George Washington Presidential Dollar Coin, like many other presidential series coins, was produced in large numbers, with millions of them being minted. However, only a small portion of them were gold-plated, which makes them rarer and more valuable in comparison. In terms of mintage figures, the U.S. Mint produced the coin in both regular and gold-plated versions, with gold-plated versions being available exclusively through special channels like proof sets or directly from the mint. While the precise number of gold-plated coins minted is not publicly disclosed, it is believed to be significantly lower than the regular issue. This scarcity is one of the driving factors behind its high value today, especially in fine condition. In today's market, the value of the gold-plated George Washington Presidential Dollar Coin can vary depending on its condition and provenance. A coin in fine condition with the D Mint mark has seen auction prices ranging between $93,000 depending on demand and the auction environment. The higher end of the spectrum is reserved for coins in pristine or uncirculated condition, with certification from recognized grading services like NGC or PCGS, adding to the value. The appeal of this coin comes not only from its gold-plated finish, but also from the historical significance attached to George Washington's image. Coins like these, particularly those issued as part of a series honoring U.S. presidents, tend to hold value over time as collectors look for pieces that commemorate key moments in American history. Like many coins, the 2007 George Washington dollar has been the subject of a few known errors, which can significantly increase its market value. For example, some coins were struck with an off-center design or double dies, which have made them even more desirable to collectors. Errors in the minting process add a layer of rarity to already rare coins, driving up their appeal. Collectors who are particularly interested in mint errors will often pay a premium for these varieties, especially if they are in good condition. Coins in fine condition with no visible wear or damage are especially sought after by collectors who appreciate the historical significance of these issues and want to maintain the coins in the best possible state. The George Washington gold-plated $1 coin from 2007 is a piece of U.S. numismatic history that appeals to collectors of all kinds. Its fine condition, combined with its gold-plated finish and historical significance, makes it a valuable addition to any collection. Its rarity, especially in gold-plated versions, contributes to its high demand in today's auction market. Next up, the 1983 Kennedy half dollar with a D mint mark is an intriguing coin. It's part of the Bicentennial issue series, which celebrated the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. These coins are not only a key piece of American history, but are also incredibly valuable in today's market, especially in higher-grade conditions like fine. The Kennedy half dollar itself was introduced in 1964, just after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin features a portrait of Kennedy on the obverse, designed by sculptor Gilroy Roberts, and a rendition of the presidential seal on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. The series became an essential part of American currency during the mid-20th century and remains iconic. The 1983 Kennedy half dollar was produced as part of regular coinage by the United States Mint. The mint marks, including the D mint mark, refer to coins struck at the Denver Mint. The Kennedy half dollar was initially produced to replace the Franklin half dollar, a coin that had grown outdated in public use. However, with the introduction of the Bicentennial series, the Kennedy half dollar became a symbol of the country's transition from a turbulent political era to a new chapter of American pride. The Kennedy half dollar was struck in a mixture of 90% silver and 10% copper in earlier years. However, by the 1980s, the mint transitioned to a clad composition, meaning the coin now consists of a core of copper-nickel with a copper-nickel outer layer, marking a significant change from its earlier versions. In 1983, there was a substantial mintage of the Kennedy half dollar. However, it is worth noting that the coin's clad composition and standard design led to its lower face value, which made it more of a circulating coin than a collector's item in its original state. However, certain versions, especially those in higher grades like fine or better, have gained tremendous collector interest. One thing that stands out about the 1983 Kennedy half dollar with the D mint mark is that it is rarer in certain conditions. Coins in fine condition are not as easy to come by, and with a growing demand for silver coins and Kennedy memorabilia, these coins are starting to fetch increasing amounts at auction. A coin that was once worth just 50 cents now carries much more value, especially in fine or higher grades. Recent auctions have shown 1983 Kennedy half dollars with the D mint mark fetching anywhere from $56,000 depending on their condition. However, coins with specific features such as error types, especially double-die varieties, can push values even higher, often reaching $59,300 or more in premium markets. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of John F. Kennedy, which remains one of the most iconic images on American currency. Kennedy's face is shown in profile, accompanied by the words, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." The reverse displays the presidential seal, with an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows. For collectors, the D mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, adding a level of distinction. The coin's design has remained remarkably consistent since its introduction in the 1960s, which only adds to its appeal for those seeking continuity in American coinage. While the standard 1983 D Kennedy half dollar is relatively common in circulation, error coins such as double die, obverse, or reverse errors tend to command higher premiums. These mistakes, caused during the minting process, make certain coins highly desirable for error enthusiasts. These coins can fetch a premium anywhere from $100,000 to several $100s, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. Many collectors focus not just on the historical significance of the coin, but also on the rarity and condition. Over time, coins like the 1983 Kennedy half dollar have seen increased value due to both their historical connection to the late 20th century and their enduring place in American numismatics. Next up, the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin is one of the first gold-plated dollar coins issued by the U.S. Mint, marking an important milestone in the evolution of American coinage. In this segment, we're specifically talking about the coin with the D Mint mark, which was produced at the Denver Mint. This coin has become highly sought after due to its unique features and, despite being a modern coin, is extremely valuable in the collector market. The Sacagawea dollar coin was introduced by the U.S. Mint in 2000 as part of an effort to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which had largely failed to gain widespread acceptance. The decision to feature Sacagawea, a Native American woman, as the central figure on this coin was groundbreaking, as it gave visibility to a historical figure who played a pivotal role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. Sacagawea, known for her skill as a translator and guide, became an iconic figure in American history. This dollar coin was introduced as a part of the Golden Dollar program, aiming to make the U.S. dollar coin more attractive to the public. The gold-plated version was an effort to make the coin stand out even further from the usual silver-colored dollar coins. This coin features a golden hue, a color that captures the essence of the nation's history with a gold rush and the precious metals that have long defined wealth in America. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin has a distinctive design that is instantly recognizable. On the obverse, it depicts Sacagawea herself, created by artist Glenna Goodacre. The image shows Sacagawea holding her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, with a calm, dignified expression. The coin also includes the inscription "Liberty" above her, the year 2000 below her, and the phrase "In God We Trust" inscribed on the left side. On the reverse side of the coin, we see an eagle in flight, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum." This design was crafted by engraver Thomas D. Rogers and symbolizes the ideals of freedom and national unity. The reverse also includes the denomination $1. The total mintage of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin with the D Mint mark was substantial, but it is important to note that gold-plated versions of this coin are rare, as they were not issued for regular circulation. These coins were typically produced in limited numbers, mainly for collectors and special events, and that rarity boosts their value on the market. In terms of market value, the 2000 gold-plated Sacagawea dollar coin with the D Mint mark in dirty condition with color change on the obverse can be worth anywhere from $93,000 depending on the exact condition. Coins with a color-changed obverse, which is a result of oxidation or environmental exposure, are particularly sought after by some collectors, as these unique colorations give each coin a special look. The reverse of the coin, if in fine condition, still retains much of its inherent value. The value of this coin is also influenced by the collector market's interest in modern, unique coins with historical significance. Over the years, the Sacagawea dollar has garnered significant collector interest because of its connection to American history and its distinctive appearance. The gold-plated coins, which were part of special minting events, are often viewed as rare treasures that can fetch higher prices. One of the factors that add to the allure of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin, with the D Mint mark, is the potential for error coins. As with many other coins, errors during production, such as misprints or misstrikes, can make these coins incredibly valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors in the Sacagawea dollar series include off-center strikes, double-die obverse, and wrong mint mark errors. For collectors, finding a gold-plated Sacagawea with an error can turn a regular coin into a highly valuable piece. For example, a Sacagawea dollar with a double-die obverse error, which means the details of the design are struck twice on the coin, could fetch much higher prices. The combination of unique errors and gold plating ensures that collectors remain on the lookout for these coins, which drives their market value. The Sacagawea dollar is a collector's coin in many ways. Its design, connection to Sacagawea's historical significance, and the rarity of the gold-plated versions have caused it to be a staple in both modern coin collections and those focused on the Golden Dollar series. Collectors who specialize in modern U.S. coins are always on the hunt for gold-plated versions, as they represent an interesting piece of U.S. mint history. While the regular Sacagawea coins are still found in circulation, the gold-plated versions like the 2000 with a D Mint mark are treasured for their distinct appearance and the rarity of finding one in good condition. As more time passes, fewer of these coins remain in mint state, further driving up their demand and value. Next up, the Sacagawea dollar, issued in 2001, is one of the most unique coins in U.S. history. It was the first coin in the U.S. Mint's effort to create a new series of dollar coins, replacing the Eisenhower dollar and the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Unlike previous dollar coins, the Sacagawea dollar was intended to be a smaller, more convenient coin for daily transactions, with a golden color and a more contemporary design. It was also notable for featuring a female figure, Sacagawea, a Shoshone Native American who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. In 2001, the U.S. Mint also issued special commemorative gold-plated versions of the Sacagawea dollar, which were not intended for general circulation but rather for collectors. These gold-plated versions were primarily sold in proof sets and offered as a tribute to the coin's cultural and historical importance. The Sacagawea dollar's reverse features an image of Sacagawea herself, holding her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, while carrying supplies for the expedition. The Wampanoag treaty reverse design, featured on some Sacagawea coins, adds a layer of significance connecting Sacagawea to Native American heritage and the historical treaties that played a key role in the country's early days. The 2001 Sacagawea dollar coin, designed by artist Glenna Goodacre, showcases Sacagawea on the obverse front of the coin. She is depicted in a walking pose with her infant son strapped to her back, which symbolizes her vital role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse of the coin displays an eagle in flight, signifying the American spirit of exploration and unity. The gold plating on these coins provides them with a striking appearance, which further increases their appeal to collectors. The gold plating, although not made of solid gold, is often seen as a way to enhance the visual aesthetics of the coin, making it more attractive as a collectible item. As with the George Washington dollar, the Sacagawea dollar in gold-plated versions had a limited montage. The U.S. Mint produced millions of the standard Sacagawea dollars, but the gold-plated version was only available through specialized sets. The exact number of gold-plated Sacagawea coins is not officially disclosed, but these coins are considered much rarer than the regular circulating versions. This limited availability plays a significant role in their market value. In terms of auction value, the 2001 Sacagawea gold-plated dollar in circulated good condition can fetch prices ranging from $78,000 depending on the specifics of the coin and its provenance. However, certain editions or coins with unique error marks may see prices that exceed this range. The market value for these coins is driven by factors like historical significance, rarity, and demand from collectors. Sacagawea coins, particularly the gold-plated versions, are highly regarded for their connection to Native American history and their distinctive design, making them a prized item for collectors interested in cultural history. One of the unique features of Sacagawea dollar coins is the occasional presence of errors or variations. Coins with misaligned designs or other minting flaws are highly sought after by collectors. Such errors are rare and can significantly increase the market value of a coin. Collectors who specialize in Sacagawea dollars or Native American-themed coins are especially keen on finding unique or error versions of these gold-plated coins. They are willing to pay a premium for these rarities, further boosting the coin's value. The Sacagawea 1621 Wampanoag Treaty $1 coin, with its historical connection and gold-plated finish, is another highly collectible coin in the U.S. Mint's series. Its cultural significance, unique design, and limited mintage make it an appealing investment for collectors. Next up, the 1985 Kennedy half dollar is one of the lesser discussed yet highly coveted pieces in the world of numismatics. By this time, the Kennedy half dollar had been circulating for over 2 decades, following its introduction in 1964 after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Initially minted in 90% silver, the coin's composition changed over the years due to rising silver prices, with the later coins in the series being composed of a copper-nickel blend, with a layer of 40% silver only found in coins minted between 1965 and 1970. By the 1980s, the U.S. Mint had shifted the focus of the Kennedy half dollar away from general circulation, and it was primarily being produced for collectors. The 1985 half dollar is particularly noteworthy for collectors because of the large date variety, where the digits in the date are noticeably larger compared to previous years. This specific version, with the D mint mark, minted in Denver, remains one of the most prized among modern Kennedy half-dollar coins. The obverse of the 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar features a classic image of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The design captures Kennedy's youthful, determined look and was created from a photograph taken shortly after his inauguration. Surrounding his portrait is the inscription, "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" at the bottom, and the year of mintage, 1985. The D Mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint, is located just beneath the eagle's tail feathers, ensuring collectors can easily identify its origin. The total mintage of the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar, both in copper, nickel, and silver compositions, reached several million, with the silver variant being produced in far fewer quantities. However, despite the relatively high mintage, the coin is still considered valuable, especially in uncirculated condition. The uncirculated versions of these coins are of particular interest, as they were specially produced for collectors and have been stored in pristine conditions. Over time, their market value has appreciated due to their uncirculated quality, scarcity in such conditions, and increasing demand among collectors. As of today, the 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar, in uncirculated condition with the D mint mark, has become quite valuable in the numismatic market. Prices vary based on the grade and condition of the coin, but high-grade pieces can fetch anywhere from $50,000 or more, depending on auction conditions and collector demand. In recent years, some auction prices have surged, with particularly well-preserved examples of the coin selling for up to $53,000 in specialized auctions. The appeal of the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar is rooted in its relatively low mintage, its status as part of the silver composition period, even if it's just 40% silver, and the collector interest in the large date variety. Collectors of the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar should also be on the lookout for various errors that have been spotted in the mintage process. These errors include double die strikes, off-center minting, and die cracks, which can increase the value of a coin significantly. For example, a double die obverse error on a 1985 Kennedy half-dollar could command a premium at auction, with values reaching several $100s depending on the severity of the error. Some collectors also seek out coins that exhibit die rotation or slightly misaligned strikes, adding another layer of interest to this particular issue of the Kennedy half-dollar. The 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar, especially in uncirculated condition, holds strong collector interest due to its connection to the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was produced during a time when Kennedy's influence was still strongly felt in American politics and culture, which makes it a symbol of that era. Additionally, because the U.S. Mint had significantly reduced production of half-dollars for circulation by the 1980s, many of these coins were only available to collectors. This scarcity has contributed to the coin's growing value and appeal among numismatists, who see it as a meaningful piece of history. Next up, the Great Law of Peace coin, minted in 2010, is part of the U.S. Mint's Native American dollar coin program. The coin celebrates the Iroquois Confederacy's historic legal framework, known as the Great Law of Peace. This system of governance was implemented centuries ago, laying the foundation for political systems that would later influence the U.S. Constitution. The coin is designed to honor the Native American nations that contributed to the creation of this unique legal system, focusing on their role in shaping American history and governance. The Great Law of Peace coin was part of a larger series of coins introduced by the U.S. Mint to showcase the significant contributions of Native American culture and history. However, this coin stands out due to its stunning gold-plated finish, which adds a layer of luxury and beauty, drawing collectors' attention from all over the world. It was produced with both a standard and a gold-plated version, making it even more sought after by numismatists. The 2010 Great Law of Peace coin features a striking design. The obverse front displays the image of a Native American man, surrounded by symbols representing the Great Law of Peace. The figure is poised, a symbol of the Confederacy's leadership and governance. On the reverse, we see an eagle, which is often associated with freedom, strength, and unity, qualities that the Iroquois Confederacy upheld. The words, Great Law of Peace, are inscribed on the reverse side, emphasizing the theme of unity and governance that the coin celebrates. The gold plating on this coin gives it an elegant finish, which sets it apart from other coins minted in this series. The gold-plated layer adds a beautiful shine, making it even more desirable for collectors and investors. With a relatively low mintage, the Great Law of Peace coin is considered rare. The U.S. Mint produced only a limited number of these gold-plated coins, and as a result, their value has increased over time. Many collectors are keen to own a piece of Native American history, and this coin offers a unique opportunity to do so. Its rarity, combined with its historical significance and stunning appearance, has made it a valuable collector's item. The current market value of this coin is influenced by several factors, including its rarity, its gold-plated finish, and the historical context behind the design. In auction markets, the value of this coin can reach impressive amounts, depending on its condition and demand at the time of sale. In good condition, the coin can fetch anywhere from $99,000, but with more pristine or uncirculated examples, prices can climb higher. These values, of course, are influenced by market fluctuations and collector interest, which tend to increase as more collectors recognize the coin's historical value. As with many coins, errors can sometimes add value. Some coins from this series may feature minor minting defects, such as misstrikes or double strikes. These errors make the coin even rarer and more valuable. In some cases, limited edition versions of this coin were produced with slight design variations, making them highly sought after by collectors who specialize in error coins. The value of this coin fluctuates based on collector demand, condition, and rarity. Auctions have seen this coin go for upwards of $72,000, with some rarer specimens reaching higher prices, especially if they come from specific mints or include error variants. As more collectors become aware of the coin's historical importance and its stunning design, demand will continue to rise, ensuring that this gold-plated beauty remains a staple in the world of valuable U.S. coins. Next up, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar holds a unique place in U.S. numismatics. The series, which was introduced just a decade earlier in 1964, following President Kennedy's tragic assassination, had gone through a series of transformations. Originally produced in 90% silver, the Kennedy half-dollar transitioned to a 40% silver composition in 1965 due to rising silver prices. By the time 1974 rolled around, the United States was experiencing economic turbulence, including inflation and energy crises. The Kennedy half-dollar was primarily produced for collectors and didn't see widespread circulation. This shift meant that coins like the 1974 were often kept in mint sets or proof sets, and their circulation was limited. As a result, many 1974 Kennedy half-dollars are relatively well preserved, making them an attractive find for collectors today. The 1974 large date variety is especially interesting because of the distinct design feature of the larger digits in the year 1974. This version stands out compared to other years in the series, where the digits are smaller and more compact. Just like the 1985 coin, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar features a profile of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, created by Gilroy Roberts. The design is dignified, capturing Kennedy's features and providing a lasting image of one of America's most beloved presidents. Unlike the 1985 variant, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it doesn't have a mint mark. This absence makes it slightly rarer compared to its counterparts minted in Denver, which carry the D mint mark. The mintage of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar was substantial, though it primarily went into mint sets and was not heavily circulated. The total mintage was over 50 million coins, but due to the popularity of these sets among collectors, many of them were stored and kept in pristine condition. As a result, high-quality examples of the coin are still available for sale today. Though the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar with the large date design is abundant, coins without the mint mark, produced in Philadelphia, are in demand. However, because the coin wasn't circulated widely, it is still considered valuable in higher grades, particularly for collectors seeking a piece of this specific year. In terms of value, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, particularly in fine condition, can still be worth anywhere from $32,500. Prices vary based on the coin's condition, and higher-grade examples can fetch prices closer to $29,000. The market for these coins is influenced by a combination of factors, including the popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar series, the collector demand for silver coins, and the limited number of coins available in certain grades. As with any popular coin series, there are varieties and errors that can increase the value of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. The most common error is the double die obverse, where the date or other design elements appear to be struck twice, creating a blurry effect. These errors can fetch higher prices depending on their severity and the overall condition of the coin. Other less common errors, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, can also make the 1974 coin more valuable. However, these errors are relatively rare, and most 1974 coins are found in their regular, unaltered condition. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar is a significant coin for collectors because it marks an era of transition for U.S. coinage. The absence of a mint mark adds a layer of intrigue, as it ties the coin directly to the Philadelphia Mint. Additionally, its historical connection to the era of President Kennedy keeps it relevant in modern numismatics. For collectors looking for well-preserved pieces or those interested in collecting a variety of Kennedy half dollars, the 1974 large date without a mint mark is an attractive option. Its value has steadily increased, and as more collectors look to complete their sets, the demand for this particular coin will likely continue to rise. Next up, the Sacagawea dollar coin was introduced in 2000 as part of a broader initiative to create a new dollar-sized coin to replace the previous Eisenhower dollar and Susan B. Anthony dollar coins. The U.S. Mint sought to design a coin that would not only serve as currency, but also honor an iconic figure in American history, Sacagawea. She was the Shoshone woman who played a crucial role in guiding Lewis and Clark on their expedition through the western United States in the early 1800s. The 2001 Sacagawea coin is particularly significant because it was part of the second year of this coin's production. This specific gold-plated version has become a favorite among collectors due to its unique aesthetic. The U.S. Mint created limited-edition gold-plated Sacagawea coins to celebrate certain milestones in the coin's production. These gold-plated versions are distinct from the regular issues, and they've become incredibly valuable over time due to their rarity and historical context. The design of the Sacagawea dollar is both simple and profound. The obverse front depicts Sacagawea herself, carrying her child on her back with her face turned towards the horizon. The background shows a scenic view of the American wilderness, paying homage to her role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse side features a majestic eagle in flight, symbolic of the freedom and the pioneering spirit that Sacagawea helped to embody. The gold-plated version of this coin features a shiny, rich golden finish, which distinguishes it from the standard Sacagawea dollar. The added layer of gold increases its visual appeal, making it highly desirable for collectors. The 2001 Sacagawea dollar was produced with several mint marks, including the D mint mark, which refers to coins minted in Denver. While the standard version of the coin was minted in higher quantities, the gold-plated Sacagawea coins were produced in limited runs, making them far rarer and more valuable. The 2001 D mint mark, Sacagawea gold-plated coin, in particular, is a sought-after piece because of its rarity and limited production. The coin has become a prized item for both casual collectors and serious numismatists alike. This coin has significant collector interest due to its historical representation and beautiful design. Collectors appreciate the story behind Sacagawea's role in American history, as well as the quality of the coin's craftsmanship. As a result, it continues to see high demand in the market, especially in good and fine circulated condition. Some Sacagawea dollars, particularly those from the 2001 year, have been identified with minting errors. Common errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, or even missing details on the reverse side. Coins with these errors tend to be even more valuable due to their rarity. Collectors who specialize in error coins may be willing to pay a premium for these unique specimens. In circulated fine condition, the 2001 Sacagawea gold-plated coin with the D mint mark typically sells for anywhere from $100,000 at auction, with higher prices seen for coins in better condition or those with errors. As with most collectible coins, the market value can fluctuate, but the gold-plated version of the Sacagawea dollar has steadily grown in value due to its limited mintage and historical importance. Next up, USA Silver Kennedy Half Dollar 1972. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The U.S. Mint wanted to create a coin that would honor the late president's legacy and contribute to his memory. Initially, the Kennedy half dollar was minted in 90% silver, but by 1971, silver prices had soared, leading to a shift in the composition of the coin to 40% silver. This transition made coins from the 1970s highly significant for collectors today, especially when looking at pieces like the 1972 large-date Kennedy half dollar. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced two types of Kennedy half dollars: the small date and the large date. The large date variety, in particular, is more desirable among collectors, with a noticeable difference in the size of the numerals on the date. These coins were struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D Mint mark, making them even more collectible. The 1972 large date with D Mint mark is known for its sharp design features, and its place in history makes it highly sought after. When it comes to the coin's design, it features the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, a Mint chief engraver. This is paired with a reverse featuring a large eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, designed by Frank Gasparo, symbolizing peace and strength. It's a beautiful representation of America's spirit during a turbulent time in history. In terms of mintage, the 1972 large-date Kennedy half dollar with the D Mint mark is relatively common. However, what sets it apart in the marketplace today is its condition and the level of interest it has generated over time. The mintage of the 1972 large-date D Mint coin was substantial. About 119 million pieces were made, making it far from rare in terms of production numbers. However, it's important to note that the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins in fine condition, which is the focus of this video, are more valuable than those in lower grades. A 1972 large-date Kennedy half dollar in fine condition typically exhibits visible wear on the high points of the design, but the overall features remain distinct. Despite its relatively high mintage, coins in fine condition, especially those with the D Mint mark, have seen steady increases in value, and this trend has been supported by a growing interest in both silver coins and Kennedy collectibles. At auction, a 1972 large date with D Mint mark in fine condition can fetch anywhere between $15 to $25, depending on factors like the quality of the strike, wear, and demand from collectors. The fact that it's a silver coin and has historical significance related to JFK's legacy contributes to its long-term appeal. The design of the 1972 large-date Kennedy half dollar is one of the most notable aspects of its allure. The obverse, as mentioned earlier, features President John F. Kennedy's portrait. Over time, the design has gained a reputation for its stunning details and likeness to the late president, which has only increased its desirability. While the 1972 large-date Kennedy half dollar is relatively straightforward in terms of design, it is worth mentioning that there are certain varieties and errors that have piqued the interest of collectors. Some coins may exhibit die cracks, doubling, or other minor imperfections that add uniqueness and value to the piece. However, collectors should be careful when looking for errors because many perceived errors are simply common variations that don't necessarily increase the value of the coin. The large size of the date in the 1972 large date is a defining feature that differentiates it from the small date variety, making it easy for collectors to identify. As a result, the coin is often in high demand among collectors of both the Kennedy half dollar series and silver coins in general. Because of its historical relevance, the Kennedy half dollar is a coin that appeals not only to numismatists, but also to those with an interest in U.S. history. As we look at this coin's market value and popularity, the 1972 large date with the D mint mark stands out as a piece that has maintained steady demand due to its beauty, its connection to the Kennedy era, and the increasing interest in U.S. silver coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.